So from your knowledge, what actually took place Monday, November 28th, the fateful night when the shootings occurred in West Oakland, what actually happened?
Well, basically, what ended up happening was they were trying to shoot a video, but what ended up happening was it wasn't enough light because the dude that was shooting, supposed to be setting up a little shoot, he didn't bring his light because from what I hear, it was supposed to be done earlier, so it ended up getting later. Hit my cousin, take my little cousin to his brother, which is his father, and what ended up happening was he had him, and then that's when the incident happened when the dudes came out shooting. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up getting shot in the hand, and the bullet went from his hand and hit my little cousin in the head or whatever. And so basically, you know what I mean, the whole situation ended up happening was through all the commotion, my auntie, she ended up driving them to the hospital, to shoot at the hospital. And then like on the footage, if you look at the footage, you'll see all the dudes shot up or whatever, and they end up getting took into the van, and they end up driving the van off. So basically, you know what I'm saying, that's how it ended up.
Okay, so I know people want to know, were you actually there? Because I myself saw conflicting reports. Some people said you were there and avoided being shot. Other people said you actually were shot. So can we just clear this up for the people? Were you actually there or not that night?
No, I wasn't there. I even found out about the situations because I got a tweet talking about I was shot. I'm like, huh? So I go through the tweets, and I see the tweets, and I seen that it was from the Oakland, I think the Oakland Tribune or whatever, and I'm like, what the hell is that? My auntie telling me, hit me hysterical, saying that they were at the hospital, the baby was shot in the head, my cousin was shot. I didn't know if she so hysterical. I didn't know if he was shot bad. I didn't know where he was shot at. You know what I mean? I didn't know nothing because she was so hysterical. I really couldn't understand her. All I could hear was the baby was shot. I'm stressed out about my little cousin. Like, man, what's going on with my little cousin? Like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, hoping he pulled through. And I'm like going through this other whole stress about being blamed for something I don't have nothing to do for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I start getting all this negative attention on my Twitter hit me up about how could you have a baby at your video shoot and this and that and that. I'm like, I don't have a video shoot. I don't know what you're talking about. Around the country, they showed just that one clip in the beginning. They never reported and followed through on the story. They ran with that one story that it was a Kafani video shoot. So now everywhere you look on the internet, Kafani video shoot, 1-year-old baby shot.
A lot of what was going on was breaking on Twitter. As you said, the first things you heard about it were from tweets from your page. So as social media is becoming larger than life, where people can get stories and run with them and they'll spread like wildfire, as a person like yourself with a large following, like on Twitter, you have over, I say, 70,000. Have you learned anything about the responsibility of having that many followers, and is there anything you need to change in the future?
I mean, I just learned, like, at the end of the day, like, sometimes that you can't say what you really want to say because people take it out of context. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, this last week or so, I've really been monitoring what I say, because if I say the wrong thing, then it may be taken out of context. As before, I say what the hell I want to say. The government officials, you got law enforcement, you got all these people that's just trying to figure out what's going on and trying to blame somebody for something and trying to, you know, get to the bottom of the situation. So, you know, at the end of the day, you just got to kind of watch what you say, and, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of stuff that I want to say, I just hold it in, you know what I mean? I ain't, you know what I'm saying, I don't want no unnetted stress, you know what I mean?
So do you feel, in your opinion, that the media did their job effectively? Essentially, they came up with a story and ran with it. Do you feel that they should be held accountable for that?
I feel like the media does this all the time. Like, I just realized it because it happened to me, that they basically go with a story and don't even know the true facts. It's just that if someone tells them something or assumes something, they go with it. It's like they put dirt in your name and dirty your name up, and then, you know what I'm saying, we got to clean it up later.
Okay, so now that this has happened and you have police as well as other media looking at Twitter accounts trying to find information, how do you feel the police have asserted themselves in solving this case? I know you had told me that the mayor had stopped down at the hospital and said some questionable words, and as well as they had done some canvassing on the area, but it seemed as to a lot of the people in that area that it was more for show, like they went to an abandoned house where nobody lives. And do you feel like they are doing everything they can to solve this case, or are they kind of looking to blame rap music as a scapegoat instead of solving the case?
I just feel like the police, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, I feel like the police want to, the way they put it out there like shooting a video, and they want to portray rap music in a negative way when it should be about this little baby and finding this baby. But every time you look into it, it's always talking about, oh, these rappers, this rap video, this, that, and that, when that didn't have anything to do with the situation. We had three dudes, you had these dudes shooting at a crowd of people, and you got some dudes shooting back at them. It didn't have nothing to do with a rap video. Video was not being formed. You don't see any type of cameras being shot in the media, anything with rap music, they try to, anything with rap and hip hop, they try to make it seem negative. You know what I'm saying? Just every way. So by them thinking that it had something to do with Kafani, it made a big story for them to blow that out of proportion. You know what I'm saying? But with other genres of music, you have other situations and parties where stuff happened, but they don't never, the media doesn't never really portray it to be because of the music. Oh, they were just drunk having a fight at a rock concert. Right. They're just drunk having a fight at the rock concert. But, oh, there was a shooting at a rap concert. The lyrics triggered the violence. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it.
So I was able to watch a few of the videos, and it seemed like the assailants couldn't have possibly even known who they were shooting at, being that they were shooting from such a large distance away, and they just started unloading fire.
Yeah, this shit like it looked like it was the Wild Wild West or something. You know what I'm saying? They was just out there just shooting. Man, one of the dudes looked like he almost shot his boy in the head. The way, from what I seen, like, yeah, he didn't know what they was out there just shooting wildly. So it's just like, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, you know, it's like these youngsters nowadays need to stop the violence. The gun violence is like crazy, you know what I'm saying? And that was just a real cowardly act.
Okay, so living out here in the Bay Area, we see a lot of these kind of random acts of violence. Now, you yourself, as being a very popular rap artist here in the Bay Area with a large following nationwide, do you think that there is anything yourself or other artists can do to try and get the word out to curb the violence in the city?
I mean, at the end of the day, man, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, speak positive and keep everything positive. I mean, a lot of music, like everybody say like rap music portray violence, but not really. I mean, sometimes certain rappers are just talking about their environment, what they grew up on, you know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily that they're portraying the violence portion of it. It's just that, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, then you could say when you watch an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie and he was a governor, and you watch Terminator, then you could say he's portraying violence in the Terminator movie. You know what I'm saying? When you watch a rap a rap video, you don't see a rap video dudes with guns and shooting on MTV or BET because they won't even allow it. Right. You see what I'm saying? You can't do it because they're not going to allow it. But you definitely can go turn to HBO and watch a Terminator movie and see everybody getting shot up left and right. But at the end of the day, you want to put it on rap music.
So you believe it's entertainment in general. You know, sex sells, violence sells, but when things go bad, they turn and use rap music as a scapegoat when kids are turning on HBO and playing Call of Duty, watching people blow themselves up every day.
When was the last rap video you seen where you actually seen a shootout? Any of that sort of nature, anything like that? When's the last rap video where you see even guns in it? You don't see it. It's back, it's like back in the 90s you would see that. So, you know, it's basically been banned from being existence on like the major networks of television as far as with rap music. So it's like, at the end of the day, if you talk about it, you're talking about violence. It's a difference by talking about it and actually physically seeing it on the screen. So like when you watch these other movies, you're actually physically seeing someone being shot and they're acting, but you're really seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Or if a kid playing a video game, you know what I'm saying? You saying you playing Black Ops or something, you actually physically seeing it or doing it. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, so Black Ops to me is more deadly than a rap video or rap music.
So I know the media likes to hone in on the negative things, but I know yourself personally have done a lot of positive things and good in the community. A lot of those things you don't talk about so you don't get any credit or people know about them because you're actually doing them out of the kindness of your heart. So I know you have some upcoming, I think it is a toy giveaway you have coming up. What is it that you have going on?
Yeah, we all put together, I'm gonna work with Mr. FAB. We gonna put together a little toy thing. He been doing stuff with the community, and you know, people been hearing about it. They've been putting it out there, whatever. So you know, I hooked up with him or whatever. We go do like a little toy giveaway for Christmas and all that, Christmas tree vouchers and stuff like that. So we go do that. So what I'm gonna do this time I'm not looking for no publicity or nothing like that, because when I do certain things, I just do it out the kindness of my heart and just to try to give back to the community. That's just the type of person I am. Because in the past, I fed the homeless, I done did all that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying, feed the homeless, work with the youth in the community. I've been doing all type of things like that, and I've never actually put it out there publicly that I actually done that. The quote unquote media is gonna come and support the positiveness. I wanna see if they blow that up and put it out there that there are rappers in the community that are actually trying to help the streets of Oakland and help to the community and give back.
So I know this is a terrible and sensitive situation in time, but as an artist, I know you're still very busy, that you're not going to let this terrible tragedy stop you from working. So just let the people know, what have you been working on and what can we look forward in the future? What do you have on the horizon?
This is the last 5 months has been crazy. It's just adjusting. I mean, I've done a lot of music, but like just emotionally, I've been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? My dad died. Another one of my close boys, he died a few weeks ago. He was murdered a couple weeks ago, and so it's like, you know what I'm saying, this is like going through a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now I got this situation with my cousin, and that whole little situation is just crazy. I got a new single that's out that's getting played in like New York, Chicago, Houston, and a whole other lot of markets in Florida, Georgia, and stuff like that. It's called Knock 'Em Down, featuring Raven Justice, R&B artist I'm working with. Also, me and him got a mixtape that we have finished that we should be dropping. We got that coming out. Got a score of other stuff, man. I'm working on my album. I got a lot of stuff that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got a lot of time on my hands. So all I've been doing is just doing music. So I got a lot of music that's gonna drop. You know, at the end of the day, adversity makes me stronger and make me strive harder to do what I need to do. So, you know what I'm saying, this me, I'm just a grinder, you know what I'm saying, I'm a hustler. So at the end of the day, man, nothing gonna stop me from doing what I do and what I plan to do. You know, it can't stop my hustle. Try to keep it for the women, you know what I'm saying, I try to keep it for the ladies, you know what I'm saying. So I just try to keep it sexy for the ladies, and you know, check your boy out.
All right, so big shout out to Kafani for stopping by and giving his thoughts and trying to do something to curb the violence here in the Bay Area. I believe that it's gotten totally out of hand. This year alone, I believe it was 5 or 6 children under the age of 5 have been shot in Oakland alone. And it's just ridiculous. It's a lot of violence, a lot of people killing people for no reason. You know, this is an update. Today is Friday, and officially today, young Hirum has been taken off life support and has now passed. Which is a very sad situation. So for those of you that didn't know what was going on, since he had been shot, he was in the hospital and he had slipped into a coma where he had been pronounced brain dead. Now the doctors wanted to take him off life support pretty much immediately, and the parents have been lobbying and fighting to give them more time. This problem with the system is, once again, the family didn't have adequate insurance. So Oakland's Children's Hospital did not want to keep the baby on life support without adequate pay. As a whole, America, we need to do better. We need to do better with health care. We need to do better taking care of our kids. We need to have better schools in impoverished areas. There's a huge disparity. If you go, I'm from California. So the rule here in California is your school district gets funded by, I believe, the taxes that neighborhood pays. So a place full of $1 million homes, you know, has a lot more money invested in their schools than, say, in Oakland, where there's a lot of more poverty and the schools are impoverished, thus perpetuating the cycle. There's no reason why a high school in Los Gatos, California, is basically a college preparatory public school that you're not allowed to go to unless you live in Los Gatos, and you go to Oakland and they don't have the books, the adequate equipment, computers, nothing to prepare these kids for the next level, as well as a lack of teachers, a lack of pay for the teachers. I feel that since California is a unified state, as well as other states, every single school should have the exact same amount of money to give back into the youth. The youth are our future. So I just want to leave you with a few thoughts. Hopefully we have to do better, guys. So everybody do what you can. Thank you for watching, and let's try and make a change.